This is the video for a Windows install of Qgis, and here we're going to be looking at two ways to do it. So to get started, you want to do a search for Qgis, and here it is, and it'll bring you to this page. The other option is if we search for OSGeo4W, and you're looking for this website, which is track.osgeo.org. Okay, and that's this page here. This is the FOSS-GIS for Windows. This gives you a full package that downloads that's different than the desktop that comes from Qgis. So these are the two options. You would need to know if you're running a 32-bit machine or a 64-bit machine. Newer machines are going to likely be 64-bit. And you just click on your machine, and then it will begin a download process. And what's nice is that the actual download, executable download, it's very small, so it's a quick download. The only issue is that once you open it up, it does take some time to install it. So for the demonstration purposes right now, I'm not going to actually install that version, but this will get you everything that you need and quite a bit more. So it will give you QGIS desktop browser, all the things that we would use, but it's also going to give you some other packages that you might find useful also. So I'll just put that out there for your availability and choice if you want to run it this way. But I'm going to show you the install that comes straight from QGIS. So to do that, we just go to the main page, go to download, and when we're downloading for Windows, we have either the 32-bit version or 64-bit version. Again, you need to find out what your computer or what your machine's running. And here's the long-term release. It's 2.14. We're going to go ahead and, for this class, use the 2.18. So if we click on the 64-bit here, it'll download. It's a little bit larger. Okay. So here, if I go to properties, it's 390 megabytes. So it'll take a little bit longer to download. And I've already done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the executable file, and it'll start up. I'm going to just collapse my browser. I'm done with that at this point. So it's just a double click, and you say yes, and it's going to give you this window to start. So the things that we're doing here, we're going to do QGIS. There's also a Mr. Sid roster plugin for GDAL, some roster tools here. But the licensing is all set. I'm going to say I agree. It's going to stick it in your program files. Okay, not if you're on an 86 machine, you'll have programs and then programs 86. It's not going to stick it in that folder. It's going to stick it in the programs folder. And the space that it wants is 1.6 gigabytes. So you got to make sure that you have that space. There's also some extra downloads here that you can do of data, sample data. We're not going to do that. You can do that if you'd like to. So it's not going to be no problem if you check on one of these and you download the extra data, but we're not going to actually use it for class. So we install, and as we do that, it's just going to go ahead and extract everything and then stick it in that folder. And I'm going to let this play out, and then I'll come back and show you what the result is. So once it finishes, you'll get a setup wizard window here that says finish. Just click on that, and you'll have some desktop icons here. So in the folder, these are the things that it's installed. Thrive. It's going to be in programs files. And it's going to be in this folder right here. And this is where everything is installed. Okay, so if I search for programs, we can see here's all the things that are installed. So if I just click on the desktop, we'll be working in the browser and also the desktop. Okay, so it looks like it installed pretty well, and doesn't look like there's any problems with the plugins, so it came in nicely, and you're ready to go once you get to this point.